But first, let's go here. And we all know the U.S. won the Olympic gold in basketball. Steph Curry had some shots in that game, right? That people – and you remember he did the going to sleep thing, and it's like that was the big thing.
Night.
You know, and all that. I didn't see his thumb in his mouth, but he still did, this or whatever. But so much so that, now that you're going to make a documentary, 30 for 30 kind of thing. I'm not saying it's that, but Ian, give us the details. Our producer in for Rob G. Ian.
Yeah, so on Netflix, apparently, so Netflix is a huge
Here we
theme
go.
today. I guess.
My God.
I promise they're not.
Man, they got own our lives. It's the Odd Couple on Netflix.
Right? Odd Couple, Netflix, and Fox Sports Radio, and the NFL. Right, go ahead.
But yeah, on Netflix, there's a new documentary called Court of Gold, and it features Team USA, the Olympic team from this past summer, winning gold in the Olympics. And if you guys recall, Steph Curry, like you guys said, he hit a bunch of shots in that game, including the most famous one, which kind of put away France to ice the game. And then that's where he did the night celebration.
Yeah.
And Nicolas Batum, who was on Team France, who they faced, he's quoted in that documentary saying, quote, 99.99999% of the players in the world, a lot of nines, would have missed that shot. Only one guy would have made it. Him.
Please.
So what do you guys think?
Here's my issue.
What's that?
Kelvin, is they're making this famous shot famous, and it wasn't even famous. Okay, first of all,
I think I know where you're going.
The U.S. was up by 6 points. Ian, I want you to go to the NBA definition of a clutch shot. The NBA definition. This is not Robopedia. This is not me coming up with my own thing to fit a narrative or anything. I'm talking about the National Basketball Association.
All right, so according to Hoops Hype here, what is clutch? The NBA defines clutch as, quote, shots made when the game is within 5 points in the last 5 minutes.
So
that wasn't a clutch shot. And people go, no. There's a difference between clutch shots, and this is what I've been talking about. You know this about Steph Curry. Dude, I'm not knocking him. He made the shots. They won the goal, whatever. But now you're going to make a moment out of a shot that wasn't even, by NBA standards, considered clutch. They're up by 6. He put them up by 9. That's not a big shot. I know it was good. Okay, he did it, and then he did the night, and everybody, that was the moment, and they took the picture and all that. But this is like the Ten Commandments. Everybody in...
Wait, what did Moses...
No, this is like the Ten Commandments. Everybody in Egypt is white. Like, it's like the story. Like, what is this? You're making up stuff as you go along. What? I mean, people have liberties in filmmaking. I get it.
They have no melanin back in the day.
No, I'm just saying. Yul Brynner. Come on, really? You get my point.
Genius is running around here looking like Thor. It said, skin of bronze, hair of wool. But, boy, I can tell you, blue eyes, hair...
You get my point.
I do get your point.
Is that it's one thing if you have a moment. There are moments in sports, okay? Seriously, where something happened. Joe Carter hit a walk-off home run in the World Series. Like, that's a moment.
Kirk Gibson.
Yeah, Kirk Gibson comes up. He has 2. I told you the Latin players for the Tigers, when Kirk Gibson was there, had a nickname for him. Did I ever tell you that?
Again?
2-hit. That was his nickname, 2-hit, because he had 2 home runs and 2 big World Series games, and they were like he would be saying something. Like they'd be like, "Be quiet, 2-hit." That was his nickname, which is a classic hit. He had the one off of Goose Gossage in '84, right?
Yep.
And then the one for the Dodgers off Dennis Eckersley. He's hit 2 classic home runs in the World Series.
You know what that reminds me of? Shout out to my boy, you know him too, Desmond Howard. Like, he didn't have the greatest NFL career, but he won the Heisman. And he won a Super Bowl MVP. So it's kind of like, hey,
I'm done.
What you going to say? I got these 2 big things. All right, I'm glad you brought up the definition of clutch, because where it gets challenging is you sound like a hater when you have to spit facts sometimes. And Steph Curry is the greatest shooter I've ever seen as far as range, as far as the kind of shots, the off the dribble from half court. He makes things like the All-Star game. he makes a half-court shot look normal, right? He is just amazing at that. But the one area where I don't think he is the greatest or the best is a specific type of shot. And that is what you're saying. I need this shot to win the game shot. There are several people I would take historically over him, and there are still several people in the NBA that I would take over him, and I'll explain why. He is the greatest dagger maker that we've seen. Steph Curry makes shots. Ian, let me break it down for you. Your team, let's say the Warriors are up 15. Your team makes a run, right? The Lakers are making a run on the Warriors. Crowd's going crazy. You got the lead all the way chopped down to 5 points. With a minute 20, crowd's going crazy. You're back in this thing. Steph Curry will go, yap, 2 threes that quick. The lead's back up to 11. Game's over. He is a dagger. He is, maybe you could say, even the most when it comes to flurries, right? Like he did in the Olympics.
But that's why I have a hard time considering him the greatest shooter of all time. Because if you are, when I talk to NBA players and I ask them who would you want to make a basket with the game on the line, nobody picks Steph Curry.
And that's because he's not a 3 seconds left, Rob. Like, he'll make a play, one dribble shoot. He's not a 2 guys are on me fade away shoot like a Kobe. That's not his game. He has to dribble. Okay, that didn't work. Pitch it to the big man. Pitch it back to me. Dribble. I'll get you off balance. Up fake, and get the shot off.
Yeah, but here, let me give you this stat for Curry people. This is facts with a Z, not anything else.
Big facts, even.
Okay, big facts. Steph Curry is 0 for 14 on shots to take the lead in the final 50 seconds of playoff games in his career. He's never made one. I mean, that's a damning stat. It really is. And it doesn't take away from what he's done and accomplished and all that. But when you talk about somebody being the greatest, like, seriously, like by accident, happenstance, you knock down 2 or 3.
Right.
The
odds are in your favor if you shoot that well that you're going to make 1 or 2.
You shoot 14 shots and you're that great of a shooter, I'm going to knock down 2 or 3, walk off, and everybody's going to be pouring champagne on me, right?
For him to be the greatest shooter, you can't pinpoint a shot that won the game.
And that's why this Olympic thing is so strange to me. I understand you want to do a documentary on Olympic gold and all. I get that.
It's a 6-part series.
Okay, but the focus on that shot as if it was the U.S. was down by 2 with 3 seconds to go, and Steph Curry knocked down a logo 3 or whatever you want to call it
to win the game.
Now we're talking about. Those are the things that legends are made out of. Those are the things that movies are made out of. Not up by 6 and you knock down a 3. It
is very weird. For universally, most people say he's the best shooter ever seen.
Not me.
Including me. He's the best shooter I've ever seen, Rob. But if you're asking me for a specific shot, give me Reggie Miller. If you're saying 3 seconds left, game on the line, give me Michael Jordan. Give me Kobe. Give me guys because Dame Lillard, his contemporary – Dame, you can name multiple game winners in the playoffs. Dame Lillard, Ian tapping his watch like me. It's Dame time. That's what Dame Lillard does.
Ray Allen. Give me Ray Allen.
Ray Allen has won many games.
Robert
Horry.
That shot that Ray Allen made.
As a legacy saver.
Right.
Save LeBron's career.
Save LeBron's legacy. Anybody
calm down.
Yeah. Ian, you said career, okay? Hold on now, Ian.
No,
it's a game changer without a doubt. Robert Horry, how many has he? If he doesn't do the Shaq tap it out to him, that might change the 3-peat with the Lakers.
How about with the Pistons? He made the shot.
Yeah, I was
remember?
There. Yeah, I was
there. I was at that game
with the Spurs.
too.
Ironically enough, sitting next to Desmond Howard, and I go, I'm on the phone with my other boy. Guard, big shot, Bob. Guard, big shot, Bob. Pass it in, back to Ginobili, back to big shot, Bob. I'm like.
Couldn't believe it.
Of all the people.
And Rasheed got caught.
He got caught with a little double team on Ginobili in the corner. Don't get me started. People ask, what is the 2, biggest games you ever been to? That's one of them.
That was one. And they had a chance to win it. Rip Hamilton missed a floater at the end.
Yep. Robert Horry went crazy in overtime. I work with him at Spectrum. So once a year I'll go to him. I was like, I can't stand you. He'll just start laughing at me. Once a year I'll do that.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
Those are clutch
Steph
shots.
Is not, you can name daggers, Ian. You can name flurries.
No, Ian, you're a Steph guy, right?
Yeah, no, I'm from the Bay, so I'm a Warriors fan.
Okay.
But it's honestly...
You're not from the Bay. You were born in New York, and you lived in the Bay, okay?
I moved to the Bay when I was 11, so I'm a Warriors fan. That's when I got into basketball.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But is it fair? Are we
it's
not
fair? Because you're bringing facts and stats that go with it. Like 0 for 14, if he's had 14 opportunities to prove you wrong on that stat.
Make 5.
Right, exactly.
Right. Nobody's saying he has to be like 13 for 14. Right.
Make one.
Make 2 or 3 where you remember that, like, that classic shot. That was a Steph shot. I remember it. Like, you remember certain shots.
I can name
stuff,
like 5
right?
LeBron ones.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
definitely.
And so that's the crazy thing about Curry. He is Curry is flurries. 2, 3 threes, whop, and you're like, okay, the game's over now with 2 minutes left. That's what he does. Or his team was down, and it's not only down 6, and then he hits 3 threes, they win by 3.
And this
but
is
he doesn't just get game winners. That's just not his game. He can't get you off him. He's not big enough. He's not strong enough. He doesn't create a single shot quickly. Like, you get what I mean?
And I want to say one other thing when you talk about certain shots.
Yeah.
When the score is tied and time is running out, that's not a pressure-packed shot like when
overtime.
you're down. Am I right? Because you know, right, you're going to shoot it? Kelvin, you know regardless.
Back in my head, we go to overtime.
We go to overtime. There's no pressure on you. We're not losing this game, or we got to walk out. I'm going to be the one they blame.
Mm-hmm.
So I can put up a good look with the score tied and not really worry about it. When you make that basket where you're down and it's, win or lose and go home after that, that's the pressure shot.
Yeah. And that's why I said for him to have made every type of 3, one arm 3,
everything,
everything, 3 half court, 3 quarters court,
dipsy doodle,
all the underhand. But it's just one of those things. He's just, for some reason, 5 seconds, 10 seconds left. He's just not the guy to make that basket like Kobe did, like Jordan did, like Bird. Larry Bird, by the way, gets disrespected in all these conversations. Do you know how many game winners he used to make?
I've covered him.
It was ridiculous.
Yes.
One-legged, leaning out about telling, hey, I'm going to go to this corner.
Larry Bird,
what I'm going to do
Larry
is, and I'm going to spin around on the block.
Dude.
He did everything he just said. Have Byron Scott on one day, tell you all this times, hey, man, Byron, this is what I'm going to do. We're drawing up a play. I'm going to come around the corner. I'm going to curl. And then I'm going to come around the 2 screens, and I'm going to be in that corner right there. That one, and I'm going to shoot the 3, and y'all can't stop me. And he said, Byron Scott be like, man, please. Like, man, what? We about to he would get the shot off. Have Magic tell them stories.
Oh, I believe
They're the best. Like, man, how did he just tell us what he did and still made it? That's the craziest thing about Steph being the greatest shooter. You can't pinpoint the singular shot. You can think of the flurries and the daggers, but not like a shot to win it.